Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for clicking on the Tuesday afternoon weather webcast for March 25th, 2014. I'm meteorologist Nate Harrington. Been out of town for a few days, but nice to be back in the Wiregrass. I was down in Central Florida where it rained for 2 days straight. Up here, had a little rain on Sunday, kind of a gloomy Monday, and a lot of sunshine, though, for today, but you can already feel the changes, and there are rumors of freezing temperatures for tonight and tomorrow morning. Those rumors are true. We've got freeze warnings up for the Wiregrass. We'll show you those in a second, but we want to tell you what went on today in the Wiregrass. Kind of cool for a lot of spots this morning. 41 in Troy, the cool spot. 45 in Enterprise and Geneva. 48 in Dothan this morning. 50s, middle 50s for most folks in the eastern portion of the Wiregrass because we had a little late evening and early morning cloud cover that didn't clear out until we got to the early morning hours. So that's why folks in the northeast, northwestern, and northern portion of the Wiregrass cooled off just a little bit more. Those clouds moved out. And a lot of sunshine for today, however, very, very windy this afternoon. 62 in Dothan, Ozark, Geneva, 61 Enterprise, Blakely, 60 Abbeville, 68 in Donaldsonville. Their thermometer runs a little hot most of the time. 66 Panama City and Destin, but the lone 50, 59 right now in Troy. The winds, like we said, whipping out of the northwest and west, 15, 20 miles per hour for most spots. And this wind will die down, though, as we head toward tonight. We'll tell you why that's important in a second. Wind gusts. These are the hourly peak wind gusts. So since around 1:15, 1:30, the wind at its peak, 37 miles an hour in Dothan, around 30 miles per hour for the rest of the Wiregrass. The wind, however, will lay down, and that will play a big part in how cold we get for tonight and early tomorrow morning. So you see all the cold, cold air in the eastern portion of the U.S., 30s and 20s, about 15 up in International Falls. And the weird part about this is basically the same setup we had most of the wintertime. So when we had these big troughs move in that dumped all this cold air right on top of us, that's basically the same setup we've got right now. But you look at the temperatures we have in the east and go out to the west, 70 Salt Lake City, we've got 53 in Denver. This is warmer than a lot of these temperatures out here where they just had snow last week. So this big trough that we've had in place basically, or we had in place basically for the entire winter time, now rearing its ugly head. So all clear for most of the southeast, the Gulf Coast especially. But look at the southeast U.S. How about the Tennessee and the Carolinas? Mixed precip, snow, rain, you name it. Big low pressure system now moving off the coast. And this is what we're going to be watching here for the next 24 hours. This area of low pressure here moving up the coast, and that makes the next big nor'easter, a late season nor'easter for folks in the northeast U.S. More snow, more cold. They just cannot buy a break this winter. It's been one of the snowiest on record up there. It looks like it's only going to get worse with this next nor'easter. Looking over the rest of the lower 48, pretty quiet for the Midwest, the upper Midwest, the Great Plains, the Intermountain West. That's some rain moving into the New Mexico, Arizona border region, and a big winter storm, or big, western Pacific Coast storm moving on shore now. We'll have to watch that progression through the rest of the week, see if it interrupts any of our plans. But I wanted to show you the 500 millibar heights. This is a good representation of the flow in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. The big thing that stands out, big ridge out west, big trough in the east, and that funnels cold air, you guessed it, right into the Wiregrass in the southeast U.S. I want to show you this, though, as we head through time, the next 24 hours, watch this big cutoff low. That is going to be your nor'easter right here. That track of that upper low is really going to play a big part in what the weather is like up in the northeast here in the next 24 to 48 hours. So they're going to be watching that very, very closely. The good news about our cold snap is it doesn't last too long. Watch the ridge build back here in the southeast. You see the warmer temperatures or the warmer colors start to move in. So that will be some good news for us. That cool snap only going to last one night, and then we start to warm back up, and we'll have a look at forecast temperatures here in just 1 second. However, as we zoom back down closer to the Wiregrass, these are watches and warnings. Red flag warnings are the hot magenta color. You've got gale warnings down south on the beaches, flood warnings in south and southwestern Georgia, and all the blue, yes, freeze warnings. Temperatures going below freezing for a good chunk of the night tonight, most likely 2 to 4 hours. So you're going to have to make those initial cold weather preparations. Make sure your plants are covered up. Make sure the pets are inside. Everybody needs to stay warm tonight. You don't have to worry about the pipes. It's not going to get that cold for that long, so don't worry about that. However, it is going to get rather cold. The winds are going to die down. That's going to be the main component of this. The winds will die down late tonight, early tomorrow, and that will allow temperatures to go cold. Then, a nice Wednesday afternoon, although a little chilly. We'll look at temperatures in a second. Thursday morning, the clouds come back in. It looks like a cloudy and rather cool Thursday before temperatures do start to warm back up for late in the week. And the weekend, we just might have to deal with a little bit of rain late in the weekend. Here are your future temperatures. Yeah, right at freezing or just below for a good chunk of the overnight period. Early tomorrow morning, 30s when you wake up, below freezing. So, like we said, freeze warning in effect. And it's not going to get too warm tomorrow, only warming up to the middle and low 50s by 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So, be prepared. A very chilly Wednesday upcoming for us here on the Wiregrass, but it does get a lot better. Hopefully, temperatures will warm up soon. It looks like it will. Just might take a little time to get to the very spring-like stuff that we were used to, especially last week and last weekend. Really nice stuff. All right, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, criticisms, suggestions for the afternoon weather webcast, make sure to leave those in the comments section below. This will be posted on YouTube first, then it'll make its way over to Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus for the afternoon hours. It'll be on our Facebook, our WTVY Forewarned Weather Team Facebook page, and also the WTVY homepage, and hopefully soon on the homepage. So we'll have more details on that as we get a little bit closer. Thanks for clicking to the afternoon weather webcast. If